Served hot, just the way you like it. Here's your weekly serving of food, news, and views. Tim Beeman, Stephanie Hess, and Nikki Miller-Ka are Tart and Tangy Triad.
Hey guys, this is Tim from Tart and Tangy Triad, inviting everyone to visit tartandtangytriad.com, where you'll find the links to our latest podcast on the top of the screen where it says latest podcast. Ingenious, huh? You just hit the buttons at the top for the media links for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all those good things. This week, Stephanie talks about etiquette in Asian cuisine, and Nikki does some holiday celebration. Tune in next week for the December the 17th show, 2013. Until then, my name is Tim, saying thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Bon appetit.
Hello. So as you know, Tim and I like to eat quite often at Asian restaurants. We've never been lucky enough to eat at a restaurant in an Asian country. Maybe we will someday. But I've been reading up on some etiquette for eating in an Asian restaurant. And most of the etiquette has to do with how you use your chopsticks and how you show your respect for the person who prepared the food. So let's talk about chopsticks for a minute. No matter what Asian restaurant you're in, you never want to stack your chopsticks or stick them straight up in a bowl of rice. That is actually a symbol across Asia of stabbing and death. So it's not something that you want to bring up at dinner. Some other chopstick rules. If you're in a Chinese restaurant, you never want to tap the bowl with your chopsticks. It's actually something that a beggar would do to beg for food. So also not a message you want to put across. If you're eating with others and you're sharing food, if you're taking from the communal food, you want to actually take that with the back of your chopsticks. Otherwise, it's sort of like you're double dipping. You don't want to do that either. Some other etiquette has to do with showing respect for the way the food was prepared. We love our condiments here, but it's considered rude to dump soy sauce all over fried rice, which already has soy sauce in it. It's also very insulting in a Vietnamese restaurant to squirt sriracha and other condiments into your pho. Also, ramen. Ramen is considered prepared especially by the chef, and if you ask to have it customized, that's considered rude as well. So these are just some things to think about. I think that they would most certainly be important to remember if you were doing some world traveling. I'm curious what you think about these rules for going to your average P.F. Chang's or Americanized Asian restaurants, if you think these rules should apply as well. So give us some feedback. Have a good week.
Hey everybody, stay tuned next week because it'll be our first ever Christmas episode. We're going to be talking about cookies, hot chocolate, and everything Christmas. So we'll see you guys next week, or rather, you'll see us next week.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the contributors and are not necessarily shared by our distributors or hosting company. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without express written consent of such and such limited, Inc.
Yeah, girl.